How to be a present dad with a hectic schedule. Being a present father is a goal for many men, but in today's world with busy schedules and constant commitments, finding the balance between professional and family life can feel like an impossible challenge. Work, responsibilities, and external demands often consume so much time and energy that there's little left for quality moments with the kids. However, being present in your children's lives isn't about how much time you spend with them, it's about how you use that time. This guide is a reflection on how to be an active and present dad, even with a packed schedule. We'll explore how to make conscious choices to ensure that despite the daily challenges, your relationship with your kids remains strong, healthy, and full of love. Let's dive into simple yet powerful strategies that can help you transform the time you have into meaningful moments of connection. Quality over quantity. The most important lesson for a present dad is understanding that quality is more important than quantity. It doesn't matter if you only have an hour of free time a day. What truly matters is how you use that time to genuinely connect with your children. Meaningful moments can be simple yet impactful. Instead of feeling guilty for not spending the entire day with your kids, focus on making the moments you do share more intense and valuable. This means being fully present, without distractions like phones or work worries. Whether it's listening to their stories from the day, playing together, or even just sharing a quiet moment, the emotional connection is what counts. For example, instead of pushing family time aside for another work project, you can dedicate dinner time to talking and getting to know what your child is thinking, how they feel, and what's happening in their life. Even in short bursts, this undivided attention strengthens the bond and shows them they are a priority, even when your schedule is full. Being present emotionally and mentally sends a powerful message. You are important, and I value the time we spend together. This has a much deeper impact than simply being physically in the same room without truly connecting. Time management. How to schedule for an active dad. When your schedule is packed and responsibilities seem endless, it's crucial to learn how to manage your time efficiently. Being a present dad isn't about waiting for perfect moments, but about learning to optimize the time you have. One powerful strategy is planning ahead. Organize your week with the intention of carving out space for your family. This can include blocking off specific time on your calendar to play with your kids, do activities together, or simply sit and talk. By making this a priority, you turn the desire to be present into a concrete action. Another tactic is to integrate small interactions throughout the day. This could be a chat on the way to school, helping with homework, or even a quick hug before you leave for work. It doesn't have to be something grand or long. The key is to have multiple short moments of connection throughout the day, which can be just as impactful as a full afternoon together. The secret is to find and use the in-between moments meaningfully. For example, if you have a meeting or an activity away from home, take advantage of the time before or after to do something special with your child, creating a routine of connection. Effective communication. Talking to your kids, even when you're busy. Another essential aspect of being a present dad with a busy schedule is learning to communicate effectively. When time is short, every conversation with your child should be meaningful. This means listening with attention, even if it's just for a few minutes. Instead of rushing through a conversation or giving a hurried response, take the time to listen. A sincere, even brief conversation strengthens the bond and creates a safe, emotional environment for your child. Use simple and direct phrases to show your interest, such as, "How was your day?" or "What's on your mind?" These small acts of communication build trust and make the child feel important, even when you have little time. If possible, leverage technology to your advantage. Even if you're away from home, a text message, a quick video call, or even a voice memo can create a sense of closeness. Sometimes a simple "I love you" or "I'm thinking of you" can make all the difference in how connected your child feels. Embracing transitional moments. Being a dad. During daily activities. In many cases, being a present dad doesn't depend on big events or long periods of time together. Often, the magic is in the transitional moments, those small breaks between daily activities. While you're making breakfast, driving to school, or simply on a short commute, these moments are perfect opportunities to talk, offer emotional support, or even play together. These transitional moments are chances to create quick connections that may seem small, but add up significantly over time. Instead of having your mind elsewhere while you're cooking or driving, try to be 100% present during these activities. When you intentionally dedicate yourself to these moments, your child will feel that the time you spend with them, even during daily tasks, has value. By using these small pockets of time meaningfully, you transform everyday activities into special moments, creating a routine where your child feels like a priority, no matter how busy your schedule is. The importance of setting priorities. What's really worth your time? Ultimately, being present means making conscious choices about what's most important. In a world of multiple responsibilities and pressures, learning to say no to what doesn't add value is essential so you can invest in what truly matters, your family. Setting priorities can be difficult, especially when dealing with pressure to perform at work, in your social life, and in other responsibilities. However, it's important to reflect on what will leave a lasting mark on your children's lives. Time with family, emotional support, and unconditional love are what really count. These conscious choices ensure that at the end of the day, you've dedicated the right amount of time to what truly matters, being present and available for your kids. Digital dads. How to be present, even when you're connected to work. In an increasingly digital world, parents are often physically at home, but mentally occupied with work or other digital responsibilities. However, being a present dad also involves learning to manage technology in a balanced way, so it doesn't interfere with the quality time you have with your kids. The key here is to set clear boundaries around technology use, especially during family time. If a dad is on a video call or answering emails, it's important to be aware that time with his kids is precious and should be prioritized. Set aside device-free times when everyone unplugs from screens to share moments together. This can include everything from a conversation during dinner to a physical activity outdoors. Modeling healthy behavior with technology is also essential. If you want your kids to disconnect during important moments, be the example. By establishing clear rules and practices for responsible technology use, parents can ensure that despite digital life, there will always be time to connect physically and emotionally with the family. The art of delegating. How to share responsibilities and make space for fatherhood. Many dads have a hard time delegating tasks, wanting to be responsible for everything and ending up overwhelmed. This can compromise quality time with the kids. The secret is to share responsibilities, whether with your partner, friends, or family. Delegating doesn't mean giving up on fatherhood, but ensuring that daily tasks and household responsibilities are distributed in a balanced way, so you have more meaningful time with your kids. Collaboration at home creates a more harmonious environment where the main focus is the relationship and family growth, not the pressure of doing everything alone. The importance of saying no. How to protect family time. In a world where external demands are constant, knowing how to say no is fundamental to protecting family time. Sometimes you have to make conscious choices and decline non-essential commitments to ensure that time with your kids is uncompromised. Saying no isn't selfish. It's about preserving what's most important. This might include saying no to extra hours at work or to social commitments that do not add value to your family life. By learning to set these boundaries, you create more space for family activities where your presence is 100% dedicated and focused. Teaching your children about the importance of prioritizing what really matters is also a valuable life lesson. They learn the importance of setting priorities and recognizing the value of family time, creating a solid foundation for their own decisions in the future. The need for self-care. How a dad can be present by taking care of himself while being a present dad is a priority. To be truly present emotionally and physically, dads also need to take care of themselves. Self-care is essential to ensure that a father has the energy, focus, and emotional health to give his best to his kids. This includes taking time to relax, exercise, eat well, and care for mental health. When dads neglect their own well-being, it can lead to chronic stress, emotional exhaustion, and a lack of patience, which hurts the quality of their interactions with their children. By taking time for himself, a dad recharges and returns to fatherhood with a fresh perspective, more available and emotionally present for his kids. Incorporating self-care isn't selfish. On the contrary, it's an act of love and responsibility. A healthy and balanced father has a greater capacity to be the emotional support his children need and to live fatherhood more fully connected. Celebrating small wins. How to acknowledge daily victories with your kids. Sometimes, fatherhood is viewed as a big challenge with highs and lows. But what truly matters is learning to celebrate the small victories along the way for both parents and kids. This can be a daily win, a meal prepared together, a moment of affection, or even a heartfelt conversation. Each small step is a win in building a strong and healthy bond. By recognizing and celebrating these moments, a dad not only motivates his kids, but also strengthens the emotional connection. These small celebratory gestures help create a positive and optimistic family environment where everyone feels valued, loved, and appreciated, regardless of major accomplishments. These daily celebrations also teach kids the importance of appreciating the small moments in life and valuing the process, not just the big milestones. By celebrating everyday wins, dads reinforce the idea that every moment together is precious and should be celebrated. Conscious fatherhood. How to be a present dad. Even with the busiest schedules, being a present father is, without a doubt, one of the greatest gifts you can give your children. Even with a schedule packed with commitments and responsibilities, it's possible to make conscious choices to be emotionally and physically present. The secret is in smart planning, setting priorities, and above all, learning to make the most of the moments you have with your kids. By adopting a more conscious and focused approach to fatherhood, you not only create lasting memories, but also strengthen your relationship with your children, preparing them for the future with love, trust, and support. Being a present dad is, therefore, a daily choice that requires dedication, but brings immeasurable benefits to the entire family. Now it's your turn. How do you balance your schedule with fatherhood? What strategies do you use to be more present for your kids? Share your tips and experiences in the comments. If you're motivated to create a more connected fatherhood, subscribe to our Light in Fatherhood channel and join this journey of transformation. Let's build a future where being a dad is more than just being physically present. It's about connecting in a meaningful and emotional way.